Hi friends. So today we will be discussing about the remaining section of operators in C programming, that is increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators and special operators, and we will look forward with some examples to know more about these operators. So here we are looking forward to the increment and decrement operators in C programming. And the increment and decrement can again be divided into two, that is pre-increment, post-increment, in the similar manner pre-decrement and post-decrement. So we can take an example we can take a variable named as a, and we are going to store a value 4 into it, a equal to 4. So if you are using the post-increment operator, that is a plus plus, and we are printing the result, okay, then the result will be 4 or the output will be 4. What is the reason? In the post increment operator means the value inside the particular variable will be incremented only after the particular statement. So that's why after the displaying the output remains 4. But if we are using the pre-increment operators, already the result inside the variable is being incremented and being placed in the statement. So again we are displaying the result inside a with the help of a printf function. The result or the output will be 5 because we are using the pre-increment operation and the value inside the variable is incremented already. And in the similar manner, if we use the post-decrement and pre-decrement with a variable named as b and storing a value 4 into it, and if you are using the post decrement operator, the output of the variable, that is b minus minus, the output will be 4, because only after the particular displaying statement, that is only after the particular printf statement, the value inside the variable is decremented. But in the case of using the pre-decrement operation, the value inside the variable named as b is already being decremented. So the value 4 means it will be already being decremented to 3, and the output will be changed to the new value named as 3. So that is the difference between the pre-increment and post increment, and likewise the pre-decrement and post-decrement operator.
So this is a program that shows the working of increment and decrement operations in C. And moving on to the first session, we have included the two important libraries, that is standard input output and console input output. We have included these libraries in our program because we are using a lot of built-in function related to these particular libraries. Then we are moving on to the user-defined function named as main. Inside the main function, we have declared a lot of variables and initialized it with some values, and we have declared the variables in the data type named as integer. That's why we have used int here. And we have declared the variables like a, b, c and d, and we have initialized with the value 2, 3, 4 and 5. We are performing the increment and decrement operations in these particular variables, and we are performing post increment and pre increment. Likewise, we are performing post decrement and pre decrement operations. So here we are displaying the results with the help of printf built-in function, and also with the help of the format specifier, that is %d. We are using the format specifier %d because we are using integer as the data type, and this is called as a post increment operation. A plus plus stands for the post increment, plus plus b stands for the pre increment operation, c minus minus stands for the post decrement, and minus minus d stands for the pre decrement operation. So the result will be in the form like this. The first result will be 2, that is only after the particular line of code the increment operations will be performed. The value inside the variable a will be incremented only after this particular statement. So that's why the first result is 2. And in the second case, the second result is plus plus b. So already the variable is getting incremented and is being placed in this particular statement. So the result will be 4. The second result will be 4. See this. And after that, in the similar way, we can see the decrement operation c minus minus. There is no change to the variable. The third result is 4. Here you can see c is equal to 4. The third result will also be 4. There is no change to the variable because in these particular statements, no changes will be happening. After this particular statement, only the value inside the variable c will be changing or updating. And in the last case, we are using the pre-decrement operation. So already the value inside the variable d is decremented and been used. So the result will be 4. That is d is equal to d minus 1. That is 5 minus 1. That is equal to 4. So this is how the increment and decrement operations will be performing in C program.
Now we are moving on to the conditional operator. The conditional operators is similar to the working of if-else statement. That is, if the condition is true, one statement will be executed. If the condition is false, the other statement will be executed. So here we are taking an example. We are taking two variables, a and b. A is holding a value 2 and b is holding a value 5. First of all, we are checking a condition that A greater than B. That is a condition. Okay. If the condition is true, then the first statement will be executed, that is A is greater. Else, the next statement, that is B is greater, will be executed. So in this particular case, 5, that is the value inside the B is greater than A. So B will be greater. So now we can move on to a program.
So this program is related to the conditional operator. We have declared the two important variables like A and B. A is holding a value 2 and B is holding a value 5. These two variables belong to the data type named as integer, and we are using a conditional operator with these two variables. In the first case, we are working out with a condition that is A greater than B. If this particular condition is true, then this statement will be the result. If this condition is false, then this statement will be the result of the program. And in this program, the value of B is greater than A, that is 5 is greater than 2. So the result will be B is greater. So this is output of the program, that is B is greater. This is how we use a conditional operator in C programming.
Next, we are moving towards a bitwise operations in C, or bitwise operator in C. So here we are performing a bitwise operation, that is shifting operation. In this example, we are performing shifting right operation, shifting one digit or one bit right. So we can take an example. We are taking a variable named as A and storing a value 5 into it. The 5 is a decimal value. Okay. And after that, we are performing a bitwise shift or shifting right operations into that particular variable and storing the result into the variable named as C. So first of all, the decimal value will be converted into the binary form. That is, the 5 will be converted into the binary form, and we are performing the shifting right operations into it, shifting one bit right. So each individual bit inside that binary value will be changed, and the updated value will be stored in the variable named as C, and we are displaying the result. So the updated result will be 2. So if you are performing the shift right operation, and that is one bit shift right operations in the value named as 5, the result will be 2.
So this program shows the working of the bitwise operator. Here we are performing a right shift operation. So shift right operation is being performed here. We have declared two variables in integer data type B and C, and B is initialized with the value 5. So in the case of right shift operation, the value 5 is changed into binary, and we are performing a right shift operation in the binary digits, and the result is being displayed. We will get a new decimal value after the right shift operation, and the new decimal value will be displayed here with the help of a format specifier called %d, because we are using integer data type. That's why we are using %d as a format specifier. The result of the shift operations of the value stored in the B will be present in the variable called as C. Okay, so this is output of the program, that is 2. So after performing the right shift operations of 5, we will get the output as 2.
Now we can move on to the special operators in C. So here we are taking a special operator, that is size of operator. From the name itself, we can know that the size of operators is used to calculate the storage space or the amount of space consumed by the particular variable inside a C program. So here we are declaring three variables A, B, C in different data types named as integer, floating point and character. So we are calculating with the help of size of operator, that is how much amount of space will be consumed by these three variables. So if you are using integer variable, it will consume 2 bytes, and if you are using floating point variable, it will consume 4 bytes, and if you are taking character variable, it will consume 1 byte. So with the help of this special operator called as size of, it will help us to calculate how much amount of memory is needed by a particular variable in a C program.
Program is related to the special operator category in C program. Here we are using a special operator called as size of. Size of operator is used to find out the size of a variables, that will be how much space will be consumed by a particular variable in C program. Here we have declared three variables in different data types. The variable named as A is declared in integer data type. The variable named as B is declared in floating point data type. The variable named as E is declared in character data type. So with the help of size of operator, we will find out the result of how much space will be consumed by these three variables, that is A, B and E. So this output shows how much will be the space consumed by the variables A, B and E. Since A is declared in integer data type, the size will be 2. B is declared in the floating point data type, so the size will be 4, and as E is declared in the character data type, so the size will be 1. So this is the output of this program.